You are?
All right, good evening, good night, everyone. Welcome you to this another episode of the Saudi Crest Show. And of course, the Saudi Crest Show has not been aired for a while, but we are here up and ready. And tonight we have a very interesting show. A matter of fact, part two. We have a two-part show. First part, we're going to look at, of course, some football all over, people. So the JPL has just concluded 39 games. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to say to you, what a season. And tonight we have one of the persons who have carried the JPL live most of the time, so we could watch it on a Sunday. No other than Infomedia Sports, and he's here to give us a breakdown, his views, and what he believes this season.
And you have to be got me right on my partner in crime and brother Roderick too.
All right, so of course we have Infomedia and Roderick here, who, as Info says, is his partner in crime out there on the JPL battle. So Info, wonderful 39 games.
It is an intriguing season of good football. A bittersweet for some teams. I think Cumberland, who have been the Premier League for 16 years, have faced one of the casualty who gone to tier 2. I mean, Chapelton Maroon have survived. Are them Chapelton Maroon gone?
No, they survived.
Umberland who drop out?
Umberland and Veer.
Yeah, Umberland and Veer, yeah. So, Chapelton Maroon has survived the axe from the other teams. But let me tell you, the teams of the round is racing for me. The team of the round is racing. Racing start really shaky, and they pick it up. I would say the coach of the round would be Anthony Fitzpatrick. I think he has done well with that young racing team. I think he have fight tooth and nail to get racing out of the trouble. Malines has done well. Don't be holding, get a few leeway in my own words that I won't say. They get a few byway. You know,
I don't understand. We don't use this leeway thing, you know. I don't understand the leeway. What are you talking about?
They get some pat on the shoulder and say go. You know.
Okay.
So in football, it is good. I think I said before earlier on my statement, I give them 65 to 70% the organizer.
Mm-hmm.
And the match for me is yesterday. Is Tivoli Garden versus Montego Bay United. I think Tivoli Garden understand what is at stake, and I think they came out with purpose. And they are in the top 6 and they are in the playoff. And what I saw yesterday is rejuvenating the spirit of Tivoli Gardens fans. I think they were into the game more than anything else. Mm-hmm. And I thought, what is at the Premier League for community spirit? And I saw that in the people over by Tivoli Garden. I must big them up though, even though tempers were flare. I must big them up to keep it calm and keep it classy. It make a football be the winner. And you guys over there in Tivoli Garden continue to make football be the winner. We know tempers flare and people think otherwise with referee decision. But remember, respect the referee decision and keep the sport afloat. Because that is what we look for on a Sunday outside of schoolboy football. But as I said to you before, racing is a team for me. Is a standout team for me. It's going to be, I think some big chap will make in the round of 6. I think some surprise will be there.
Hold on a second. You made mention of this big match between Tivoli and Mobile United, and you mentioned that Tivoli would have known what is at stake. Wouldn't you say though that Mobile was a bit careless, knowing that they were second place, knew what they had to do, and just let it slip away that they have to go and play out? Isn't that careless that Tivoli just outclassed the Mobile team?
Let me tell you what. When I look at the game, Saudi, I was there. Mobile played the first 15 minutes of football and they scored. They capitalized on the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
As I said before, Tivoli knew what at stake. After Mobile scored, the table just turned. Tivoli just started playing some serious football, some attacking football. To be honest with you, Tivoli Garden missed 5 clear-cut chances. It should have been 5-1, if you ask me.
Wow.
It should have been 5-1. And it is just bad luck on the day, because if Tivoli did lose that game or even draw that game, it would have been their bad luck, because they have gotten the chance to put away Mobile in the first half. They have gotten the chance. But as I said, it is a game for me. It's a game of the season. I am impressed with Arnett Garden as well. They deliver with that. And that player for me, a tragic player, that player for me is the player of the round, is Warner Brown. Warner Brown
is the leading goal scorer.
Not only leading goal scorer, but I think it demonstrates when you are in the top flight football in the country, they want a bite at the cherry. You have to demonstrate that. And Warner Brown demonstrate workmanship. He's a growing talent. He only can get better. He cannot get worse. And I wish him all the best. I mean, the goal for me of this season would come from the foot of Javier Brown. That goal over there when he kicked the ball from the outside of his foot, scored over there in that game there. So the goal for me would have come from Javier Brown over from Portmore, the goal of the season. But the season's not done yet. The season's not done yet. We have more games left. So just for me, just recapping the first round. So the second round may be different, which is the playoff. I expect Tivoli know what is at stake again. Tivoli is getting a next bite of the cherry. Or Moby is getting a next bite of the cherry with Tivoli Garden. That is a game that I think it is a game of the player for me. That is the rematch of all match. They are at neutral grounds now. Moby is still outside of Montego Bay, but it is neutral ground. Whatever crowd Tivoli can take out of the community, it's only time will tell. I expect a mouth-watering match come on the 8th, Friday, Chris.
Okay, very good. Will you be covering that game as well?
I think Sportsmax, I will be there to take in clips. I think Sportsmax is
Sportsmax will be there.
Is the provide partner of that playoff of the playoff. But it is good football around though. Good football around.
Yes. Let me just big up top 10 in the chat. Big up yourself, top 10. I know you're following the JPL every week. And I see you saying, Sir Sade, the big coach, CM Chapelton Maroon. I was getting to that top 10 because I'm going to ask info as well. What I've known for Vassell Reynolds for the past couple of years, Vassell I've not seen Vassell really started a season with any Premier League team. But most time he has taken up some jobs at the back end of the team. More so when these teams are in jeopardy of elimination or so on. I said that, if you look at the thumbnail, I said, I don't remember, is it top profile coach? I said Jamaican coach who have saved Chapelton Maroon from relegation rather. Info. I think it was about 10 to 12 games Vassell took that team, and even in the last 2 weeks or 2 match days, Chapelton was really hoping for the best. They were basically on the ropes of going down with Veer, but somehow they have made themselves up.
Vassell Reynolds is a good coach, but I think Chapelton Maroon were suffering from consistency. Vassell Reynolds is a very good coach, but I think they were suffering from consistency because the former coach, Jermaine Douglas, did well to have them under their belt, but the consistency with the team wasn't there. So hence I don't know why Jermaine stepped away from it. Vassell Reynolds is truly a masterclass of a coach. He understands the pressure. I think he worked better under pressure as a coach. He gets some wins that you say, really? He get them win there? So Vassell is just cut out to raise the dead in football, and that's what he did.
What a story. You're gonna make a big headline with that one though, Infomedia.
But looking at the Premier League though, I have my options. I think the Premier League teams them, and I think the JFS must look at it. We, the small media houses who want to come and cover the game on a Sunday and to help build the public relations where the JPL is concerned. Most of the team don't facilitate us in terms of getting a media back so we can in a secluded area to get the content. We are among the spectators and all kind of stuff around us. And I think the JPL must mandate that every club that in the Premier League must have a proper media house for the content creators and the media house that they by themselves, not a part of the crowd with the bad word and the shenanigans, just be a part of that so they can focus, getting their content, write their story. It's very shameful that most of the top flight clubs don't have a media box for content creators and the media houses.
So on that though, isn't it the responsibility of the football organizers to
I think the club.
I understand from the club's point of view, but the fact that especially there's a media right, so to speak, in covering the games. I think the JFPL, whatever they call themselves, I don't remember the full name. Yes, they should present or provide that medium for us.
No, but what I'm saying to you now, say this, Saudi, the clubs should provide media boxes, make it available just like they make the stands.
Yes.
For the media. You know,
So
I'm going to call a name. One particular media man tell me, say, nah, I'm going to do no match because he lose one camera already. If you go outside and go put on camera, man, he kick the ball and broke him on camera. So the man said, nah, I'm going to go do no game because every time he go there, hundreds of thousands it cost him the last time he was there. And that was a part we're talking about. Me go there go do one game myself and me lose one camera rack, boy, then kick the ball and throw it down. They broke the camera rack and the camera is almost $120.
My God.
Remember that we're not getting paid to care. We're not a part of the contracted arrangement for the public relations. You know, we are just doing the content for ourselves.
You probably could say we have to pay to carry the games.
You know? So when they purchase our equipment and go, if I highlight the players, them and let them, you know, their family member feel good or their friends feel good, it is costing us.
Big up yourself, Captain.
It is costing
us. I see what you're saying, and perfectly right. But do you get any form of pullback or setback as it relates to, you know, any rights of doing the games?
No, to be honest with you, we usually get warning. But guess what happened? I am like a bully, you know. Me think that the players who go there to entertain people on a Sunday must be highlighted. And I must give thanks to the JPL. I must say to them they are well accommodating to my media house because it is a media house.
Yes.
I must say thanks to the organizers. I've never gotten in trouble to go in any games. The only problem we have sometimes, some people who monitor the game, they don't know how to handle when they see media houses, when they identify. And I must respect to the JPL. I must respect them because the respect I get from them, I show it back to them, I return it. But apart from that, Sadi, the only problem I have is the media box because Roger can tell you, got big games and you don't give no problem, but some of these persons that they put at the game, I wish media house this. Look, big man, if me come here at the gate and me say info media sports, and the person and I go to the media area, and you stand up at the gate. Me know that media house, and then me come in.
So, that's needed some. I mean,
but apart from that, I think the JPL respect content creator, and I must respect them and must give them the props where that is concerned. I my personal self have a problem with them. I'm a big them up if you respect content creator, and I saw you look you them thing boss. That's why they can go up and go see themselves and send it to them overseas scouters if they want to.
It's very important because they themselves to set up some little clippings of their own because you know the scouts need those, especially those persons, because you don't have a lot of scouts coming here to watch the JPL. They want the videos out there.
That is true. So it is a good season for me. You know, I'm happy I work with Raji because sometimes you need people who give a follow up and give you more heads up. So sometimes they get caught.
Difficult for you alone, you know. Difficult. I've done some games and I wish I just have somebody else there, you know.
Sometimes, you know, it's difficult. I know that you're not getting paid, you know, Sadi. It's very difficult, you know. You have to do it for love. You have to do it for love.
It's just the love about it.
As a 9 to 5, you have to do it for love.
But a question here from Top 10, and I want to hear you respond to it. What's your thoughts on what the Humble Lion coach said yesterday?
I didn't hear the interview, so I can't comment on that. I didn't hear it. You can tell me and then I'll say, but I didn't.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't. I was trying to go through a few earlier this evening, but you know, I never get into it. So maybe Top 10 could give us a clue. Rajic, did you hear it?
No, my season is schoolboy football. That's where I enjoy myself most. That you know that already, Sadi.
Yes, schoolboy football is really the thing, you know.
Yes. You know that's where we chat and have good camaraderie where that is concerned. And this is a season that I look forward to with enthusiastic. I can't wait.
You can't wait for September.
I can't. Even though my birth month, me never have a birthday. I don't see football month to start.
Just stop them. It's one of the most competitive seasons. Info, you mentioned the top team, the team of the year.
Based on what happened last year, this year is going to be the most competitive season of the football schoolboy history. You know that, though?
Why you think that?
You know, I am going to say that going around the island and doing my own assessment of the teams, most of the teams have returned, to 70% of the players.
Okay.
I think this is going to be very, very competitive in the Dakar Cup. And even though Clarendon teams are the red hot favorite, I think the team in the West have a lot to say, Sadi.
Yes, most definitely.
I
But
think the team in the West have a lot to say.
what would you say about the coaches? Because we see a number every year. We have seen the team, the schoolboy teams having coaches coaching at the Premier League. Do you think that's a factor as well?
It's not only a factor, but it brings some levels of experience. Most of the Premier League coaches, they're easy to coach the schoolboy than to coach the Premier League teams. So they say they're comfortable to talk to the schoolboy than go to the Premier League teams. Because when you talk to a man will say no more than you, so the schoolboy is willing to sit down in the grass and listen to them when they speak. Some of the Premier League coaches, when you talk to them. And then now, you have to garner respect from the players if you're going to get their attention. And I think problems some of the coaches are having, Sadi.
And also, I've raised with a few coaches, few management, few real fans in the JPL this year. And, you know, the level of indiscipline that they spoke about, really players, it's alarming knowing that, you know, the JPFL
I want to shift. I don't want
has
to
brought a lot of professionalism into the sport. So somehow that need to change.
Sorry, I want to shift a bit and go over there to the St. Catherine Major League. I'm covering the St. Catherine Major League for the last start. From the get-go, I'm covering Major League. And Wadadah Bay is the red hot team over there. And they lost 4 games, by the way, of the reduction of the points from the St. Catherine FA. Well, when I done my own investigation why they lost the points, they said 2 players never on the FIFA Connect. But the same 2 players, the Division 1, so we don't understand.
They played Division 1 with Wadadah Bay.
Wadadah win the Division 1, beat De La Vega in the finals. And the 2 them question, they won the Division 1.
And so that seems like something that would be, I mean, there should be a lot of protest on that though.
So Wadadah they have deducted 12 points from Wadadah 4 games. But I am asking how you go about doing it. Well, I don't have any evidence now based on what is in front of me. It's alleged that they are not on the FIFA Connect, but the points was deducted. It's 2 sides.
I'll have to get some information because Rudy is the coach, right?
Yes, Rudy Dixon is the coach.
Yeah, man. I have to go call him and get some info from that. I probably get, you know, me have the president do me a link on the show, you know, so probably me have to go reach out to her. And that is very interesting though.
Very, very interested. When I heard of it on Saturday, I was like, what the hell? You know? But it is. Football is sometimes have great drama, you know.
Yes, it is.
Great drama. So, Sadi, which one of these one you're looking forward to for schoolboy season?
Well, I didn't know my jump the gun too much, man, because, you know, answer one question I'm ask. Top 10 is saying that the coach from Homeland said that the players want money, they don't love the football. That was easy.
Oh. Let me answer that. You know, when we go into football, if we don't love it, stay out of it.
Yeah.
If we don't love it, stay out of it. Because for money, you would not reach where you reach. Stay out of it, the money will come. The money will come. And I use what we are doing as a content creator as an analogy. If I tell you that I spend for last season schoolboy, I spent close to $700 to $1 million going around the country streaming schoolboy football. It's a lie. And up to now, I don't $50,000 for my channel. I mean, but I'm not in for that. I'm in for the love. The money will come once you love.
It's an investment, you know. Whatever you do, you have to invest.
You have to invest, and you have to invest your talent and time and do what is right. But if you come and tell yourself so you're a top ball and you forget pay, you have to get paid for your talent, but you have to go out there and demonstrate that you deserve what you're supposed to get. And to be honest with you, everybody wants a little stipend, but I think in the face of Umberlion, I think those players, they love Umberlion, they build Umberlion and then they ask for the money, because I don't think Umberlion, to be honest with you, everybody work and everybody need something. So I look at it, say they must put the love forward and the money will come. That's my I don't know if anybody think otherwise. You understand? Put the love and the money.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself in a Pessoa. I wonder if I get another Pessoa team in the Premier League next year.
Where Pessoa team then come from?
No West man.
Lord God, man. Reno look dead
You
now.
know, you know one thing contact me. I didn't probably have to go with like a team from St. Elizabeth.
Then go and go Church beat FC.
Yeah, man. Unbeaten, right?
Yes, unbeaten.
Yeah, man. My virgin a coach, man. Yeah, man. He might go on good, for real. Really, I go on good. So, as I mentioned, info, as I mentioned, what the team, the most disappointing team in the JPL this year, in your estimation, talk to us.
I think the most disappointing team to me in the JPL is Lion.
Lion.
Yes.
Okay. And
why?
Why?
I'm not going to blame the player.
Because of relegation.
Lion management failed we the fans of Lion.
Okay.
I'm not going to blame the players because those players, even though Lion is losing, commit themselves to it. They commit themselves to it, and I think it is so unfortunate that Lion should drop out of the Premier League at this stage when they should be looking to consolidate and getting some players and investing in young people. I think the management and the insight and what they believing at Lion is not working. The method is not working over there. And it's made the player them look bad because they are player who willing for it, but all they need is like an engine who need a propeller to spin under the water to make it move. You have the engine, but you know, and I think the coach said that out of frustration because if you're going to cook the pot fresh, you're not going to have salt what you're going to work with. And I think those players deserve commendation, even though the coach said what he said. I think those players deserve commendation because they work and they believe. Because Lion week in, week out, when you hear them win, it's very rare. And the player then still turn up. And I think we must commend the Lion players for the sacrifice. And I hope they can pick up from this and move on. But they are the team that disappointed to me.
What about Veer United?
Veer United, hype. Too much hype. That's one of their downfall.
Hype. But wouldn't you say the hype would actually bring excitement to the game? We have seen it from the coach. We have seen it. Yes, I've seen it in the schoolboy competition. Is it because it's a bigger thing? Why? You don't think the hype has some level of respectability?
But I have an online show, not sport though. Listen, the thing is this: Veer United come with results, they come with money, but there's too much hype in it. No humbleness. No, there's no humble. There's no. I think that too much hype in it. Hype is the downfall.
Okay. Why? I tell you. So, when you say Falmouth is coming up, mass?
Falmouth have got to change the whole town. Falmouth is a whole town, you know.
No, man. Falmouth, I mean, last year, they were at a good point and somehow they just fell off the cliff. I don't know what it is like this year, but I'm looking forward. I think we need some West team. We need a West team. Not talking about Montego Bay United. We need a West team in the JP. It's far too long now we don't have a West team. So again, I want to say to you, Info, that it was great work. To be honest with you, a lot of the games, if it wasn't for you, boss, I would see them.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
We have to, and Rajiv, big up yourself as well. I want to big up everybody else who bring the game. I want to big up Nakins. MG who brought along some comments sometimes.
I carry the under-17 game tomorrow over there in Waterhouse, between Waterhouse and I believe at Pembroke Hall.
Waterhouse, Pembroke Hall tomorrow. Okay.
4 o'clock game. So Sadi, you can show me at any time. You run off if you do a preparation for your show. Raji, pick up yourself.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself and all the best years. Thanks again. All right. Lee Young is asking, is Fal? I'm not sure at all. Is Falmouth still back by the Marlies? Not sure. Whether probably have to do some investigation on that one to see where they are. But I'm looking out for, we want to see something from Manchester United alone from that side, not by and cut it for the JPL. It's unfortunate though that two of my parish teams have relegated in Humble and Veer United. The Veer United saga, it was on the cards, to be honest with you. From early out, I recognize that Veer will struggle, and they did struggle. And, it is sort of, what would I say, an inexperienced aspect of Veer management would have cost that. They should have taken the time out to, to view certain things or even to do their own homework. You get what I'm saying? It's difficult to just come in and believe that you're going to get this thing right off the bat. I know it's difficult. Hold on. Let me see. I read they look away, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm MBU, man. MBU Sadi, man. What do you Sadi? Western Jamaica. What do you Sadi? You don't know that one back?
What's wrong with MBU, bro? How come you just give away the semi-final berth?
You know, say, Tivoli they want more than them, man. You know, see the game.
No. Listen, it's a talk I don't like about coaches. Talk about
no, but sorry. MBU score first in the game, Tivoli, MBU qualify already, to the playoffs. So Tivoli, they have to win. I'm not saying MBU give the game, but Tivoli was better than them on the day.
And that's fine. But I'm saying, isn't that careless sort of play? Knowing that you would prefer to be in the semi-final, boss? Straight up than to play?
Yes, I know. Depends. Yeah, that would have been good. But when I see nothing wrong, they have 2 games, they have Tivoli again. So that's a good thing.
More difficult.
No, man, not difficult.
All right, sir.
A couple of NBA players never play. Rankin never play. Phillips never play.
I mean, I understand that, but anything can happen. The morning of the game, where your most important player can just feel sick.
Yeah, but sorry, remember I did tell you that Veer was going to get relegated, remember?
Come on,
I told you that.
We saw that
right.
early.
Right.
We saw that early. But, it's just because I'm a parish team. I never invested any at all, not one bit with Veer.
Well, you're a big friend, big coach. Keep up Chapelton Maroons.
And nothing good for you, know that?
Yeah. No, man, I think they say he lucky he relegated with 14, but he lucky 1 year with Humberline.
No, man, he saved Sporting 1 year too.
Well, he good for that. As I say, Humberline, as the coach said, Humberline, the former player, Michael Bligin, who's a former player of Humberline, the players they now don't fight with you. To me, last week, when they play racing, they give her the game. They might lead 1 love up to Leo in the game.
You see, boy, you see, as a coach, though, sometimes it's hard to take certain things because, on the field of play, you're just hoping that those who are there carry out the instructions.
But sorry, these youths nowadays different like back then. I tell you that. Hard to deal with.
Which is true.
I tell you that. This generation, as when the coach outline, he might have put them on that bus, but sometimes you have to talk it like it is. These players, as what I'm saying, money is vital. We agree with that, But them youth here, them just short and they're not good enough. I just start and talk. Then can't win game for you. They only talk and no performance.
Why? But then again, when you look into other teams who are a bit more consistent, if you want to call it.
Yeah, but to me, sorry, over the years, Humberline, 12 and too much, all players. And just of late, them start playing younger players. That are them downfall over the years. And when Mike Henry used to splash the cash, always, Humberline used to be the team, before Mount Pleasant come now, in the league, a splash bigger cash, Humberline used to be the team where everybody go. You remember?
I know.
Right.
But isn't the fact that, well, we all know that Mike Henry is going out of it. I heard that there would be a different management structure and so on that was expected from January. I don't know if it took place. I don't know. But it's very difficult. And one of the things is the JPL, we recognize that this league has improved so much.
Leaps and bounds. Yes, man.
Especially the professionalism of it, and I respect that. And so I would have expected the players to even grow.
You can't, sorry, you can't tell some people that find that diaspora. A war, me and them war every day for other streams. The man is a bush league we have, and we players them this and
yeah, man. You see, one of the things that I keep saying, and I said to diaspora, even this very show, and I've gone on other shows and I said it. Listen, it is what we have. Not because you are living in a country where things are much better than what we have here in Jamaica. You're gonna downgrade our time.
The man, they criticize everything. When in family, they must show the game. How do you feel stay so? This, that. Yo, they don't appreciate nothing. No care what you do for them.
Boss, many of them are just there to criticize. I mean, understand that.
Right.
Yes? But I am saying, if it is that you're so interested in the Jamaican football, why watch football? If it is so
always ask them that, sorry. I always ask them that.
If it is so bad, why continue watching the football?
You were saying about my team. Sorry, my team was Reno. I was the team manager for the season.
Yeah, man,
the last two games. The last two games step away. We have some serious internal problem. We start off well, but I tell you, sorry. I'm not going to talk to them somewhere in the year. We can't leave here and tell you what really good on. I was at the forefront of it. And see that show, you know, the two teams, Treasure Beach and Falmouth. And we come third now as well.
Yes.
Falmouth beat us 2 times home and away. We draw out Treasure Beach and we lose to Treasure Beach 1-0. And based upon how we see it, both of them are going to Premier League. Because Falmouth win them first leg last week at home. And Treasure Beach with 10 man upper Kansas Springfield, they are their home. So both of them are qualified. I thought good look for Western Jamaica.
And I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
It will pull up it more spectators.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not sure the Marlins still in control of a Falmouth. I'm here, so like some problem was there with him and some of my people. So I don't know what happened now. Since they won't qualify now, maybe is that next time he turn up now? Because he always wanted to go by Premier League.
Yes. See, that's where everybody wants, you know, and
right.
So people can manage the steps, yeah.
Exactly.
But I don't know, yeah. So one thing though, you know, I really have not watched all the games, to be honest with you, but I have seen a few, and maybe about 3 or 4 games much like. Sometimes
the tier 2 game.
No man, the JPL. The JPL. I'm not hearing you, Pessoa. I don't know what happened. Hello? Can you hear me, Pessoa? I'm really not sure what happened to you. I wonder if it is from my end. I'm not hearing.
I hear it clearly.
Oh, you're low.
I hear it clearly.
Yeah, man, you're back up. Good.
Yeah, man.
Yes. So, looking forward to having Falmouth and Treasure Beach. Treasure Beach is.
Yeah, but hopefully. Yeah, okay. I believe both of them will win them second league and qualify.
So, I don't know. I hope that Bridging can carry them to the Premier League, that's Treasure Beach, and continue to.
Yeah, but remember, you know, he was there before them ship him out and carry Rambo, and then Rambo carry Rambo. So them send back fame. So yeah. Man. Be impressed with him, man.
Yeah, man. He has gained more experience, so he should be able to do it. And he's doing
he's a very calm individual. Like that about him.
You see, it's very good that you can come. Big up yourself, Devon. What say you? Yeah, man. So, yeah, I should have, though, Andrew Tappa Sinclair.
Yeah, man. I hear about them big baller, them, man, when they're youth. So never see them when they play.
Let me call him because he logged in, but somehow his microphone is not being connected. So
okay.
Is the issue that he's having. So, you know, it's a good run, Pessoa. Looks good. In for me, that can for schoolboy football.
Yeah, man. Infomeda do a great job, man, in the JPL with BAM Sports, MG, Unseen, and Knockins. Yeah, man.
Great
Excellent, man.
job, man. Trust me. Great job they did. They keep me
Yeah,
alive.
man, definitely. But we are looking forward to the JPL playoff, though. We can't tell you whether Mobi in the semi-final or not. I don't think they will be in the semi-final.
Hold on a second, Professor. We talk to
Yeah, man, all right. Jump off again. You the guess. Connect with the guess. So, may we talk? All right.
people. I'm trying my very best to get Tappa on. So I just asked him to restart his system. So hopefully. But just to give you a little synopsis, Tappa, he was one of the maestro from Clarendon College back in those days, under Winston Chung Fa. He had played for a number of teams throughout Kingston, as far as Wadadah. You know, he had played basically all the leagues in this country. not sure if he has not played for every single parish team, but come on, people, don't. Yes, so I'm expecting that he will come to share his beautiful story. It's a long story, really, so we might just have to do part one tonight and a part two another night. Nevertheless, just stay tuned. I'm sure that will be back. All right, some other interesting information. Liverpool has won the Premier League. Very good. Big up to all the Liverpool fans, I must say. Let me see if we can do a little showing off. Yeah, big up Liverpool fans. Yeah, big up to the Liverpool fans. Yeah, man. Straight, you know, I tell you, man. Let's see things set, brother. So, the so-called, man. Yeah. That was that for tonight. That's that for tonight. Celebration still on. So respect to all the Liverpool fans. You know, I shared something today in our particular group and I was really taken to task. And I said, this action seems like one of my favorite team. And of course, I can't really share much. But anyway, people, Liverpool has done well. I think in my estimation, Liverpool has superseded my expectations. And probably the expectations of most. I mean, we know that fans always gonna say that their team will win and are going to win, but they're just say that because it's their team. Isn't that so? Yes. So, Dean, you still ask the question: is Falmouth being backed by the Marlies? I am not sure at all, Lee. I'm really not sure. I've got some information. They stepped away a bit. They really want to come to the Premier League. They are likely that they will be in this time around. So maybe they'll be back if they are out. So that would be a good thing. It shows longevity and support. I think the Marlies have them like the funds, the money, yeah. Because trust me, it takes a lot of cash to run football in Jamaica. You know, especially the Premier League, you're paying salaries, transportation, meals. All right. So we have Uncle Vivian join us. Vivian.
Sadi.
What's up, bro?
Good night, my boss. What go on?
Bless up yourself, energy boss.
Best of yourself, my boss. Boy, never get to tell you happy Easter, but better than never late, my boss. So you don't know happy holiday. I hope you enjoy,
Yeah, man, and since you can say congratulations to Liverpool,
Oh, yes, spirit team, see you, man. Big up yourself, my boss. Yes, man. Congratulations to Liverpool. And my team, that man, we never walk alone.
Not walking alone at all.
Not walking alone. But we outside their base, let me see you go on.
What really are going, man?
You know, see side that, you know, see two clients outside gone what I had.
Jesus.
Feels humbling for the first time.
That one they licked me for over 16 years,
Boy, no, so it's serious. At first from me that what Jamaica Premier League, me see Humble Lion. Ghana tier 2, them fight,
Yeah, and there's no doubt that they can rebound. No doubt about it. If they keep the quality players that they have. Even though I'm getting some mixed information, mixed news about these players.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. But your favorite,
big up Mr. Vassell,
your favorite team, very united, Vivian. What happened? Have you spoken to the manager yet?
Huh? Hey, sorry, that easy,
Your favorite team, man? You're not talking to the manager? Yes.
Me have to give Vassell big respect, brother.
Oh, Vassell the Superman, man.
Yes, man, real Superman, man. From them time till now. Yeah, man, me give me solid respect, cause me I tell you say, boy, in all if they win them game yesterday, they don't go to car. Humble go lose.
Yes.
But the man makes me a winning game.
They end up 9th. That surprised me.
Yeah, man, me care. Cause you don't know, say, Jamal gone home, but they want them points,
I mean, man.
I mean, man, come here, the captain said, every point, although we gone home, we still need them points, yeah.
I was wondering, if we we'll give away this game cheaply.
Yeah. Can I say, when I see the notification to Sadia come live, I say, boy, a long time I not chat to Sadia, because I say, I know Sadia see what I'm going, but you know, I not really time to go live like that. Because schoolboy football, they're on the card, don't worry, it's coming. It's coming, man.
We're carrying this year, Brownstown.
Yeah, nevertheless, me not go out with nothing, Mr. Lucky them.
Okay.
You know, me not left them out. Me not left them out, boss. But Mr. Jamaica Premier League nice, cause you know who me rate in there, am my coach, Jerome Wait, am my coach at now.
Yes, boss. All right. Tappa, finally.
Yeah. Go on.
We're there. Yeah, man. Vivian, we're there, man. So we guests coming on. No.
Ada. Me see guests come on, brother. We go. No, come on, man. You have to make a speech now. We're there. We're not going to wait a long time. We don't see no sorry.
Still, me just have to know, you know. Anyway, people, too much for that. It's time now for our big time show. And tonight, as I said before, we have Andrew Tappa Sinclair, a former national footballer, former Da Costa Cup winner, a former all competitions winner, I would have believed, because this man has played football right across Jamaica. Back in the days, probably before many of us, many of you viewers were born. Andrew Sinclair, welcome to the Sinclair Show.
Thank you for having me.
I tell you, a lot of joy. Yes, Andrew, I know the boy, I tell you, you're coming tonight to share your story. I'm not sure if your story can share in one night. So this might just be part one.
I have a lot of story, right, when you say that.
Hey, I'm telling you. Trust me, I've been doing a whole lot. But Andrew, you know, tell the people who, because, you know, I spoke to somebody who were on the show earlier, Pessoa, always on YouTube, man, in follow football. Hear him hear about Tappa Zuki. Don't know anything about Tappa.
Yeah.
Tell Jamaica and the world who Tappa Zuki is.
Well, Tappa Zuki, yeah, he's a footballer.
Yes.
You know already, most people know my brother before they know me, who is Tappa Zuki, DJ.
What's the brother's name again?
You know? I got the name from my brother, Tappa Zuki.
Oh, okay.
The DJ that sing People I Already Blow All Out.
Oh.
I got that name when I played a Da Costa Cup final in Mobile. It's actually Mobile people first called me Tappa Zuki.
True? Because of your brother?
Yeah, because that time my brother had his number one tune. It was on the chart for about 2 months straight.
Okay.
Ed Barnes was commentating the game. He knew that I and Tappa Zuki was brother. So he started mentioning, say if Clarendon win this match, Andrew Sinclair the first one to say, oh Lord, and start to play it. And from that, Montgomery people called me Tappa Zuki. He was at the game too.
Okay. But, you know, you seem to go Tappa. Let me ask you a question. You have been playing football for long, but let me ask you, where did you went to school? Primary school? Which primary school did you attend?
Okay. I started schooling. I actually born in Spanish Town Road, right beside Ayata Ramsey Drugstore. Robinson is my uncle. It wasn't really down Greenwich, but I attended my first school and East Avenue, West Avenue, Miss Edwards Basic School.
Yes.
Then I went down to Greenwich School, and from Greenwich School to A. Selassie, then to Clarendon College.
Oh, so Chongfa brought you to Clarendon College?
You know, I was sent, you know, it was a coach, it was my park coach, Ken Rose, who gave me a letter. I was actually training with Frank Field before I ended up at Clarendon College.
No, hold on.
That is Edwin Ali.
You really got cheered with my school and leave go to Clarendon College? No, me done sure.
Guess what?
Yes.
I was down there, Prince Lava down there. About 7 of us. Even Al O'Neill Thomas was.
I know, and Lenny Hyde. I knew the history, man, but I never knew you were a part of that squad. I went to Edunalin.
Huh?
I never knew you were a part of that squad that went to Edunalin.
Yeah, I was there. That was in, I think that was 77.
My God.
I was trained for about a couple months, you know. Guess what? Most of my friends from doing the park was attending Clarendon College.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm going down to Frankfield, the bus always stop at Clarendon College gate to let students off.
True.
So them come out and say, Tappa Zuki, where you going? It's here, you must stop. It's here, you must stop. Make sure you stop the next time. Frankfield is not ready yet. You alone cannot do it.
So no stop.
Yeah. So when I came home back, I went to a minor league coach who is Mr. Ken Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me a letter to take to Mr. Chum, Winston. And the first training session, it was like, I was already in school already.
My God, first pick.
It was history from that. That day, the first time the coach saw me playing, I mashed up his big center half, O'Neill Russell. That's him couldn't believe. Guys, I've never seen O'Neill Russell. Nobody do O'Neill Russell that yet.
Oh yeah, so you was a striker.
Yeah.
Forward was your position.
Yeah, I used to play right wing. In those times, I played with the wingers, right and left wing. I used to play 4-3-3.
Okay. I'm not 4-2-4.
At one stage, when I was much smaller, I think I was playing 4-4-2, and then we play 4-3-3.
Okay.
When we play 4-4-2, we only use 2 striker and 4 link. That's how we start. That's a formation. That's the formation that we start.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so you played for Clarendon College in 78. That was the first year you played.
I was on the team from 77. I was a part of the team from 77. I won it back to back, 77, 78, and lose it 79 in final, the Castle Cup final.
Okay.
Then I went down to Veer. I went down to Veer 1980, and they said I had to stay 1 year in the school. It was my last year. I was going to leave Veer, and Bob Cameron said, "No, Tappa Zuki steered me and helped me with my team. Veer won it that year."
But you never played?
No, I was on the bench all the time. I was working with Bob Cameron. I never want to leave.
Okay.
So I was like a kind of assistant coach, not really getting paid for that. I was beside him, and you understand me?
So you rather be the assistant coach and go back and play a final year at Clarendon College, man?
That was my last year.
Oh, your last year.
When I went there, it was my last year.
Okay. Oh, no, I understand.
And you know that year, Paul Teagat Davis came to the school because he wanted to play with me. It was that year was the only year Teagat played.
Which team he came to? Clarendon College?
Yeah, he played for Clarendon 1980, but Clarendon never went. Veer won it that year.
We're not seeing your face, but bring up back the phone a little bit so we can see the face clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yes, that's it. So, okay. That is history to me. I didn't know that Teagat played for Clarendon College.
Me, I'm not a history. I'm not a thing you don't know, man. You didn't even know Sadiq Teagat almost played for Wadadah. Because he wanted to play with me so much. So when he heard I was at Wadadah, he came to Wadadah.
All right, hold on that Wadadah story because we're just at the high school level. But before you go,
no.
Who was
Yeah.
your football idol? Who did you look at? Who did you watch to say?
Devon Lewis, man, from Boys Town, man. Devon Lewis.
Devon Lewis. Oh,
Dribbler Lewis, the greatest dribbler Jamaica ever produced.
is that so?
Alan Chilcole is the greatest player, but Devon Lewis is the greatest dribbler.
Right? That's interesting, man.
Yeah,
Very
man.
interesting.
Ask
you
anybody.
And that's the one that you really wanted to play. All right.
Yeah, he was my idol. He was my football. The first time I saw Devon Lewis playing in Duane Park, I started to live up in the house the next day. 'Cause I didn't know football could play like that.
Yes, man.
Yes, man. They ask anybody about Devon Lewis, man, the greatest dribbler Jamaica, and him taught the game. Yes, no, Salad. What's my name? Devon Lewis. What's your name? Salad. That's why football don't nice to me again. 'Cause those are the type of way I go up in. I go up seeing players.
I thought that was a Lenny Hyde thing. I think the Salad thing was a Lenny Hyde thing.
You know, I want to tell you something to you now. A lot of Lenny Hyde skill and even mine, it came from a guy that was keeping for Clarendon College, but he could play out in those times. Goalie couldn't play out, you know. They never practiced to play it like now. Goalie can play out. You have a lot of good goalie can play out. This guy named Alan Chung, it's him make on most of the things, but it's me and Lenny have enough. One and two things. It's him. He was so tricky as a goalie. I think it's last year. When I came to school, the year before was his last year, but he was with the team at the school when I was there. Also, was it last year in the Gas Cup? Yeah, it was his last year, but he was at the school same.
Yes, of course. We have a adrenaline past students, so you sell we out, you know, you sell we out adrenaline and go see.
No, we never get into the school.
Yeah, man, we
We never get into the school.
So when you did that training 3 months and you get in high school, I don't understand.
Because it was in summer.
Oh.
It was down there in summer.
So is Laba prepare you to go play for CC?
Laba took us from Laba. You would even know, you know. Laba is one of the second coach, you know. Laba is my second coach. Leroy Bart, the father, was my first coach. I don't know if you know Leroy Bart. I mean, he used to go VMP for the guy and call him Ecamos.
No, I don't know.
But his father was my first coach.
Okay. Yeah, man, Labra, one of my mentor, man. Can tell you that.
Yeah, man. You know, I used to go Clarendon College.
Yeah, man.
That's why it never worried me when I was at Clarendon.
Well,
It never feel in a way when I was at Clarendon.
Prince Hall, may his soul rest in peace, man.
I can tell you something to you know. The fact that you say you call Prince Hall name, you know that Prince took me to Edwin Allen. I can actually say he got me in Clarendon College. Because if I wasn't going down to Edwin Allen, maybe I wouldn't be at Clarendon College.
That is true. So him carry out to country, so yes, yeah.
And you know, just as Labra died, the day before he took me to Paul Bogle to go and have a meet with the principal to coach a team.
You mean Paul Bogle?
So when I came home in the evening, the other day I was trying to get him. No, I was trying to get him from the night to find out if I'm reached some safe. And I never, no answer. The next day, no answer. I said, something must wrong. And the day after me, I said, Labra dead.
Wow.
You know?
Was a story. But
yeah, man.
Everything, you know. I do it a little background, and every time it talk about Tappa, me say Tappa play for this team, Tappa play for that team.
You know, I still have the record to play. I still have the record to play for the most team in Jamaica.
You serious, man?
Yeah, I can tell you how I end up doing that. It was me actually the first person who started getting paid, you know.
Oh.
That's where it's Wadadah. It all started from Wadadah with Mr. Jean Gray.
Yes.
Now, I never know this Mr. Jean Gray, but he know me so well. He was like, I never say nobody give me that ratings like this man. The way this man was searching for me, it's like him sure or him have a dream set. It's me going to do something for Mobile. Yes, man, the man searched before we went to Texas, Dallas to play World Youth Cup. He was asking for me. I heard he was asking for me. So when we get back from World Youth Cup, everybody went to their respective team. I came back to Duane Park. Gene wanted, he's a person that loved football. He wanted to have the best of everything. So when he came back, he hired Neville Granville, who was a technical director for the youth program, for the Jamaica program. He hired him as a coach. I wasn't there. I heard that him asking for me, and him Granville told him that what is he doing with that thief? You can you believe that? Remember, you know, he was a technical director for the juvenile team. The man that say he wasn't going to recommend, that didn't recommend me, say he's not recommending me because I'm in discipline. He was the doctor at the time on the team. He was the doctor on the juvenile team, Winston Das.
Oh, it's all right. We don't really have to call on him right now because we have part 2, you know. We want to get through somebody else right now. Yeah, but all right. So, name me now. So, you have the record. How many teams have you played for?
I think about 11, you know, maybe 12.
No, man, it's a record.
The first.
I said, this is the Saudi Crest show, so you have to get it as a record where I set you now.
All right, watch it. Make up a gun. The first team I played for was Kingdom team, Yorktown, when I was going to Clarendon College. National League. That was the first team I played for in National League.
What is the name?
Yorktown.
Yorktown, all right.
That is in Clarendon.
Yeah, man. Yes.
I played for Yorktown. I played for, you know, I'm from Duane Park. I played for Duane Park, Yorktown, Windsor Heights in St. Anne's Bay. I played for Taros, Portman United, Hope Dean, Border Patrol, Olympic Garden, Marvelly.
No, sir.
All I ended up doing that is that I wanted to establish, maybe I was thinking a bit ahead of most players. I wanted player to get paid. So if I play for a team, even if them give me $10, it wasn't the money could buy no house or buy no whole for nothing. You could have buy a pants and you look, you understand me and go out. You understand me? But it was the money that I got to represent a salary for football. So that's where it all started. Cause this man love ball so much. If I gave the PC, it'd be a surprise. I was like at home, and then Richard Enland, I don't know if you know Richard Enland, he's Kimani Marley uncle, Bumpy. He was on the Jamaica youth team with us. He played for Wadadah. He was down there before because he's from Falmouth. Anita Bell Davis is Richard Enland's sister. That is Kimani mother. Kimani Marley mother.
Okay.
So he was the one that took the money to me.
All right.
What the boss gave him, I think $200, $20 was the biggest note at the time. And say I must give it to me and say the boss must come down the other day. You know, I didn't even know the man.
I want to take you to another point. I remember you're going low again. Bring back up the phone a little bit.
Okay.
When you were playing for Marvel, can you remember the year that year that you and Boys Town have a clash? Was it a final?
No, Marvel never been to a final with Boys Town when I was playing.
Okay, so
It was a
you're
knockout, need a semi-final, Jackie Bell knockout.
okay.
I think it was a Jackie Bell knockout. They were
Yes,
in the National League. They were in the National League with us also.
yes. Okay. So which year was that? You remember?
I'm gonna try to remember. Okay. Which year was that again?
The reason I ask you the year, because I see there was a trio of players.
Yes.
Howard Choate, that we call Howie Locks.
Yeah.
His soul rest in peace. Howie Locks is my brother. You know, he went to
Good
Illinois.
youth, man. Come a friend, man, a general, man.
So that means he would have been
General.
playing with you as a very little youth at that time.
Oh.
Howie Locks.
Nah, man, I relax. Me not much more than I relax. Me are more relax. Almost me gonna have 2 year, 3 year old and relax. Me not sure either.
How much more, man? You're probably about some 7 years older than Howie Locks.
And I relax. That's why me the young time I play with it. I mean, I know still, but him look like a big man, like, you know. Coming in from where we play ball all about, so me never really know him. Me not really know him age.
Because when he was playing the Costa Cup, he was playing big league with Marvel, you know, as a schoolboy.
That was which year? I will play for Edmund Allen, I think, you know.
Yeah, man, 1988. I think 87, 88.
Oh, that means, me about 80, 88. Yeah, me about 7 year old on him there, you know.
Yeah, man. When we think about him, man, trust me, you up this up.
Yeah, me play 88. All right. Yeah, man. Me about 7 year old on him, too. Yeah, man, you're right.
Yeah, man, up the team.
Yeah, man, you're right. You're so right.
Knowing how he lacks and when he's played, you know, that's
oh, relax, I'm a general, man. The man rate me like them, man. Me, I tell you, show me bare respect.
Trust me.
And I'm a man. The man, they have me talk about me every day. I'm talking, everybody have seen talk about me. Nice person, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice, so, rest in peace and relax.
So you had named 10 teams and you stopped because you run out of breath. You couldn't name no more. I mean, you're more than those teams. But which of these teams now?
Huh?
Don't worry yourself, man. Because we're good. Which of these teams?
You okay, for okay. I left for that team, you know. I play for Medieval too, you know. I played for Medieval and Waka. That is when I was actually I was coaching Meadowbrook High School at the time, and Medieval training at the same field that Meadowbrook trained. And Waga asked me to, you know, and I play one season for him. I win sit battle with Medieval.
Okay, that's Waga.
That was my third. That was my third time in sit battle. I won it 2 times at Rainer Park and 1 with Medieval.
Oh, very good. So which of these teams propel you to get into the national program?
Wadadah. I was while playing for Wadadah, I got called, and the national senior team.
Who was the coach then?
Carl Brown. It was his first season as coach also.
Okay. So talk to us about the national program.
That time was the first time I and T got playing for Jamaica, senior team.
Oh.
And it was the first time several country player play on the team. And you know why? Because from a long time, the country have very good players, you know, and they was all selected only player from Kingston.
So I could safely say that you were not a country player, you were a Kingstonian, so that's why you got selected.
I'm a Kingstonian. No, I wouldn't say that. I play for more country team than Kingston team.
But listen, we're not getting to the teams, you know.
Okay, I was up at Kingston.
Yes.
But when them call that squad, they didn't call me on the team. It was, remember I told you, you know, something I don't know what happened to the people, because the same people that responded for the youth team. All right. Like I said, I can get something clear for you. I never really want to talk about this, you know, but
We're not going this
after I talk about it.
Speak your mind.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh?
I will not know a name for it. Just speak your mind. Yes.
Yeah. When it was in Texas, Dallas, while playing World Youth Cup,
Yes.
key player got caught shoplifting.
Oh.
Key player got caught shoplifting. Now, so for some reason, no, this is why Never Granville, because he assumed that I stole things. The reason why I assume that, because I bought something for my little brother, because I had a little brother who was playing for Tivoli, you know, played for Clarion and played for Wadadah and played for Tivoli. He win National League before me, I never win National League yet. He won National League, Christopher Sinclair.
You know, a lot of the greatest players never win the National League. I don't know why. You check it out?
Because guess what? All the professional team, none of the professional team never win the cup yet, you know. It's when the star them leave and other players come in with them, like Wadadah. When we was playing for Wadadah, we never win the cup. We win the Division 1.
You're not good enough?
No, we had a very good. No, we had a very good team, and somehow I don't know. But it's after I left, I won the cup.
Oh.
But I left because I had an injury. I have a cartilage problem, and they used to put me on and they have to take me out back right away. So yeah. And so I left and came back to drill. It's when I left Wadadah with an injury, I won Jackie Dale and 3 Sid Bartlett, you know, and a champion cup. My team never know me about badly.
You fight it out.
Yes, man, I win the yo. Yeah, man, I win a lot with this bad name.
Hey, listen, you don't call Big Ed.
Yeah, and I'm being don't know what I mean.
Dan Angelo say we big you up, man. The great Big Ed that bless up.
Yeah, cause people think I 2 different baller in a Tappa Zuki and Big Ed, you know. Cause me have people talk to me, go on Tappa Zuki, where doing the park, you know, Big Ed from doing the park. Me I say, me see him, man.
All right, General. Big up yourself, Dan Angelo.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. So you're saying it's from Wadadah to the national team?
Yeah, that was the first time I played for the senior team.
Okay. And you're saying that some persons now overseas got into trouble?
That was on the youth. That was on the juvenile team, the youth team.
Yeah, oh, the youth team. Okay.
Yeah, that was the youth team. When them called at the team, when them called the Jamaica team, them didn't call me on the team, you know. It's the people called it. They wanted the match to play at Giant Park because they wanted the gates to cheat. Because football was like Moby was running football.
Yeah, man.
You know? So when them don't call on the team, some people go to them and say, what me not understand, oh, you want Giant Park, you want Ram Giant Park, and you don't want Tappa Zuki on the team. It's every time Tappa Zuki play for Wadadah. So it's all them call me on the team now. Because them know I was to be on the team, but for some reason I don't know. That's why I want Bradley them to come and clear this thing. And I don't know why they was fighting me. I don't know if it's because them see the talent and them know them can't stop the talent.
Okay. So
them don't know enough to Jamaica them in football. Them actually start my career. JFF. Yeah, when I went to Leicester City, they sent me back for an international release because they wanted to see me in something competitive. Because they saw me in training and see me looking real dangerous. And they wanted me to play in something competitive, but I couldn't play unless I get an international release. remember, I went to England. When I leave Jamaica, it was in Wadadah. We went to Florida to play 2 games. The boss said, we win the cup and we give us a trip. So when I went there, I got 11 days out here and my visa. I didn't even want to go. I told the boss, saying, just give me my money. I want to go in the music business and do some producing. And the boss, yeah, seriously. You know what the boss did? He went for Jack Ruby up in Ochi. And you know, Jack Ruby come back there and sit me down and talk to me and beg me for going to end up going to embassy. And the next year we come on the plane.
Oh yeah, sir.
So it's like I got 11 days out here, but when I reached in Florida, I got 6 months on an I-94. I don't know if you know about I-94.
No.
That's a thing that them give you. The reason why I got the I-94, I've been to Florida. That was my 3rd time in Florida. I've been to Florida 2 times before the Jamaica team.
Oh. Okay.
I and Richard and was on the Jamaica team. So both of us, they gave both of us 6 months on an I-94.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come back with the team. So the fact them didn't see me come back, so them start ready to my abstand. So I run off. GADC and the headline on the Star. And I just laugh. I mean, no legal.
Oh, because you got 6 months.
No. Remember, when I went up, when I got the 6 months, I didn't plan to stay, you know. Because I remember I got 11 out here, and we go up, I got 6 months. So it wasn't a plan for me to stay. It was while I was at the guest house that we stayed. Mm-hmm. Some of the players went to a park one night to play some football. So when they came back, them said, Tappa Zuki, some man, a dreadlock, see me, and some of us carry the next day. When we got the next day, it's them and Lewis, my idol.
Oh,
so I must say, so I'm going to have 6 months and say, we are talking about man, come look, you so you want to live in a man. Really? Billy Perkins was with the team. I think it was a team also, you know. Billy Perkins was the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some other player, you know, but it was like a gangster group still, you know, ball of that. You don't know foreign stay and way, and you know, cause you know how I got to live there. I went to a football match, and when I came home back, the house was shot up, 100 rounds. Them fire in the house. Even a ball I got shot. In his shoulder.
That was
he came.
How long you were in the States at that time?
3 months. I want to spend 3 months before I went to England. Because my brother heard what happened and sent a ticket for me. Say I must go to New York. And him sent a ticket. I went to England. And I got 6 months in England. And within the first month, I got the trial. And then I come from in the same month, I came home back from an international release. So when I came back,
what happened after that?
All right, when I came back, I went up to JBC, because I heard it was JBC spreading a half scan. So when I went and shared the documents and everything, they was astonished. But to my madam, nobody, I should have sued everybody for defamation of character.
That's true, man.
Within that time, 2 times for reaching that time, you know, I should sue JBC and the Gleaner. And if I did that, they would go back with nothing. Because it should have come out publicly. Because they hold me back privately, you know. Without the public knowing, you know.
So they apologize to you.
Who apologized? Nobody apologized to me.
JBC, none of them apologized to you?
No. When I came back, I was a special guest on a sport program. They call it Sport Call at RJR. It was Ed Barnes who interviewed me. Carl Brown and Dirk Scammer was in the room also.
So what
And it
was the
was,
interview about?
huh?
What was the interview about?
How I felt when I heard that it was rumored out here that I run off, and now people hear that I was in England for Leicester. So I tell them, say, I never feel knowing that I was legal. It didn't worry me. It never worried me. Because I know it's legal, so it never really worried me. You know?
All right.
So
you never thought
after,
about... Okay, continue.
yeah, after I got the international release, I went up back. They stopped me, immigration stopped me. I told them I was supposed to be on trial with Leicester City. They called them to Leicester City and asked them to get a work permit, but it was only one match. It was the final match left, and then the club said they couldn't get a work permit until the commencement of the next season. So they gave me 1 month. So when I got 1 month, the coach said, all I got to do when I come over, just get the JFF to request back a trial because they want it more formal. So when I come and I hear the Dr. Data, the president, they say, whoa! Them time I didn't know the Dr. Data up against me. Yeah, kind of time I didn't even go at the JFF office. I went to his doctor office on Dunrobin Avenue. And when I got to him looked me in the face and say him not recommend me. So I said, why? Him can't tell me why not recommend me. Apparently, because it's a rumor that I run off. It must be true that I don't say anything else. And it was a rumor, it was a lie. Yeah, man, I got an interview with him and him came and I said the letter never come on his desk. How can you come and say the letter never come on your desk? A Jamaican get to be and try the letter and come back and say the letter never come on your desk. That is stupidness. But he never remember saying on my face him tell me all of these things. Him get older, so I remember. Yeah, man.
Those were the days.
May I tell you?
And you never get another opportunity.
Man, kill my vibes and everything, man. From 84, I be the richest baller in Jamaica, you know, man. You know, oh, me have to keep myself together, that's when I'm mad. From that, you know, get back on my foot, you know. My mind, everything, plus people that room and the lie, them tell, I'll be my friend, them must come here, I'm a family. Them disappointed, you know. Them disappointed, me. May I tell you? So, may I tell you, I go through a lot of things. I just strong note and tune was a spiritual youth. Me just take it, say, and the father stopped me. Me I look on the big picture, but the father say a bigger picture. If me never take, if I didn't take it like that, maybe I don't know what would have happened. Yeah, man.
But guess what? The Father always have a way out for us, you know? And he continue to guide us. Yes, he continue. But the other question, you after your football career, you'd have went into coaching.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
where the whole coaching thing started?
I was playing in the later part of the season that I played, we had Campbell was the coach and Alan. Not at the same time, at stages. At one stage was Bob Campbell and
Yes.
the last stage was Alan Cole. I don't know what happened, but Aaron Cole left. Both of them left.
Well, on Tappa, you have broken up through that conversation, sort of freeze. So we never hear that little part after you said that Alan and those guys would have left. We never hear anything else.
Alan, repeat that again.
No, I'm saying when you said Alan and those guys left the team, we never hear after it broke up. The conversation broke up. Oh, seems like him gone. Having some internet challenges this evening, people. So again, this is the Saudi Chris show, and tonight we're having Andrew Tappa Sinclair, the original Tappa, and we will, in a little moment, find out how the coach Tappa, yes, the World Cup 2-goal star Tappa, got his name, but he will tell us a little bit more. People, these are some very, very skillful footballers of the past. And so many times, you know, youngsters like you would not have known them, would not have seen them play. I've never seen him play. Heard the name, heard the skill, but this is the first conversation. Very, very interesting show. And I'm sure people that he has a lot more to say. I tell you before that this will be part 1 of 2 of Andrew Sinclair. And as soon as he gets back, we will continue with the story. All right. Let's say top 10 second time 9 here. Somebody say JFF Wolemba. My God. Yes. A similar story to one more recent baller, yes? But we hear some on that. All right. So Tappa still trying to get on. But you know, people, the story about JFF holding back people, I don't know to the extent or how should I take it. I don't know. I need to get, yes, so Tappa is back now. So let me see what's going on.
I don't know what happened to this. Yeah.
All right. So you're back on Tappa.
Yeah, I'm back on.
Yes. So, face not so clear, but we work with it. I know I go touch nothing and you go again.
Yeah, and so okay.
Yeah. So the coaching Tappa, we were saying that you're going to coach it because your story now have a lot to say about a particular Tappa that we have now that everybody knows.
Okay, yeah.
Tell us about your coaching stint and how successful you were as a coach.
Okay. I first coached Meadowbrook. You didn't know Meadowbrook is not really a football. It's more a cricket school, and they don't support football like that, you know. And
Yeah.
I want to tell you, most of the school that I got, it was like a job for me. It wasn't like a choice, you know. It doesn't matter if we have a good players or not. It's just a job for me. But I always take them from one stage to another. I left Meadowbrook. I went to Edith Dalton James. I think I did fairly well with Edith. Pete Georges, George JC. We played an open match against the defending champion at the beginning of the season. That game was draw 2-2. Meadowbrook scored 3 goals and the match draw 2-2. You hear that?
You have to tell me some more. Oh, so what happened to the third one?
No, we actually scored 1 in our goal.
Oh, interesting.
We scored 3 goals in the match and 2-2. Because we scored 1 on ourselves. You know?
That's not easy at all, you know. So
no, the players know a certain. It's a bat edge. You know a bat edge. You might kick out the ball and it's bat edge and pass the goalie. And you know, it's the same player came back and scored a free kick from way half line. You know?
For the equalizer.
To equalize.
Redeem himself, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, when I left Edith, I went to St. Mary's College. When I went up there, the youth them said, Coach, you know, don't get a black pint. Say them pint. Say them jogging. You know,
Yeah.
I think I actually grade that team also. That team that gave them 25 of the 4 over, we had just one and just that match. The match we did the team in a match, never that match. Everybody to understand, I got chasing man for the pigeon girl. Walk past him and wait till him come training. And wait everybody train. I call him and say, like somebody them with the girl, nice girl too. Yeah,
Yes.
but guess what? It me yeah. But tell them my ball can't girl. Me and I get. But let me tell you something.
All right. So we lost Tappa again, people. I understand. Big up yourself, RN. Yeah, man, joining us again from out of Canada. Yes, my boss. So we're having Tappa Zuki and he'll be back again. That's, you know, the internet thing. But people remember, share the link, like the channel, people, like the show. Yeah, man, that's all me ask. But we know all of you are subscribers. All right, so help us. You know, people, let me tell you about that. Yeah, man, the Saudi show on a mission, and I want to, by the end of June, people, that's where I'm putting it, by the end of June to reach 3,000 subscribers. Yes, kind of tall, but with your help and assistance, I'm sure that we can go. All right, so share the link so more people can see the channel, more people can like the content and subscribe. All right, so just under 200 to go for 3,000. I want to meet that. All right, so welcome back, Tappa. Still slowing up, but he's coming on. Yeah, man. So, as we say, mission is for June. We want by the end of June to get 139 subscribers more for the 3,000. So that's the aim. All right. We don't know. Saudi Crest give you the information that you want. Is where you get on this channel. You get sports, entertainment, and education. And we're on that, people. I want you to look out. I know you're a sports oriented, and I'm calling out of all of you, everybody. I know that education is on your stake as well. We'll be having an education show on Wednesday, like we normally do. So come out and see what special is. Tomorrow you'll see the flyer, but for now, you're all interested. I'm sure. You want to know what's going on. There's so many things happening. But for now, we're zooming on football. So Wednesday night, and it will be. It's a 6:30 Wednesday evening, I should say, not night. 6:30 Wednesday evening. We have, and I might just tell you, one of our contenders, if you want, our candidate for the next year JTA president will be here on Wednesday night. All right, so we have a lot to talk about. All right, bills, but as we say, a whole lot. Anyway, football, we talk about JPL, we talk about a little about EPL. We only talk, say, you know, big mighty Liverpool win again, equal the 20th league with Man United. Man United can't manage Liverpool fans now, you know. Some people say only 2 Premier League titles, but guess what? You only own your things when you want. And you believe that other teams only win. But nevertheless, we talk about titles, 6 titles. All right. So when Tappa comes back, I just want him to give us a little synopsis, because we only have another 17 minutes to go to the show. Yes. And by then, we should be capitalized on more. We will have part 2 next Monday of Tappa. We'll talk all about the Nationl. We'll talk about where we are now. Talk about where we are coming from. And to see how do we compare our football now. I also want Tappa to look at what the JPL is doing now and his views. But until he gets up, for now. Because remember, this is the Saudi Press Show, people. And we continue to bring you all the information that you need. Yes, information that will keep you going. Football, cricket, not a lot of track and field. But you know, as we said, football is a show. It's more as a football lovers here, so we do the thing. But anything you want to talk about as long as a sports, Saudi Press Show is ready. Remember, Saudi Press TV is also out there. for live streaming of your events. Yes. So the funerals, the parties, graduation, whatever it is, people you want. The football matches, the cricket matches, track and field event. Once you want live stream, you just check Saudi Press and it will talk. Remember, at the number 501-6625, WhatsApp or call for the Saudi Press TV show. Tappa Zuki is back with us. And you can see the big national flag on his chest. Jamaica, the reggae boys. Yes, Tappa. I see the internet show you off, you know, but you don't stop your show at all.
Yeah. No.
So, your coach Meadowbrook, you got to
Eat that and James. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
at St. Mary's College. Are you talking some interesting? Say your boys must have girlfriends.
Yes.
Why is that? No?
But none of them come to my training.
No girl
I
come to
cannot
training.
take the distraction. Them cannot come to my training.
But like you, back in your days, the coach would have tell you that no girlfriend. So why do
No coach never tell me. I didn't have a coach. No. They won't chunk forward tell me that.
Oh.
We supposed to know that we can't make the coach see we where. Him can't see me girl, I don't think people say anything. I just we have to know. I don't think so. No, I never have that experience about girl that way. You know, I don't know. Because
so you're saying your boys could have their girlfriend, but not to training. They should not come to the training. But they can come
me
to the
when I was going to school, girl used to pay me to come to school. Yeah, I can't see. Seriously. I don't make sense. I tell them so. If me look one player and say, me don't want to do a girl. Oh, me that sound. How should I look?
Until the season
Couldn't tell
done.
them that. Huh?
Until the season done.
Even if I tell them that them still have them girl. You see, I don't tell them so them have them girl, you know. They have to know when and how them can have them girl, you know. It can training time can a certain time I bet them have to know that.
True. Okay. All right.
You understand me? Yeah.
I
But
see
we
your
can't
point.
tell them say not have girl. Them would have feel like them for have a boy then.
No.
No, but that's good, man.
No, but we understand the connotation. Well, I know, as a footballer, a football coach, we know what we're talking as it relates to the girls are no girls.
Yeah.
So it's not that much
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So after St. Mary's College,
I went to leave St. Mary's College because they brought in this level certificate, level 1, level 2. So I had to go and get level 1. So I left school. And get my level 1. And then I went to
Pembroke.
I be bad people school me get. I be bad people school me get. Only Meadowbrook alone are the only, and maybe St. Mary's College. But Edith and Penwood, I had to leave Penwood because they couldn't find for the players. You know?
And I never somehow you're not here again. You hear me clearly, Papa? No man, you're going in and out. So I'm saying you left Penwood. Why did you leave Penwood?
Because the school couldn't provide lunch for the players.
Oh Lord.
And my training is very hard, you know. So I have to secure my player, them not hungry.
Oh. So the school they were able to pay you?
Yeah.
They were able to pay you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I went, when I went to Edith and James.
Tappa gone again, people. slowing down the show, yes? Oh, Lord. Let's see what happens when he returns. So, therefore, what we have heard from Tappa, he had Coach Meadowbrook, Coach Edith Dalton James, St. Mary's College, Reynolds, and so that's 4 teams, 4 schoolboy teams he has coached. And I'm sure that he has another 3. So probably he also have the record for coaching the most schoolboy team. Let me talking about record. You know, there was a talk some time ago in Jamaica, and for those who are so young, you'll probably listen and hear it as well. That Jeffrey Maxwell was the most move around coach in Jamaica's football. But I think Jeffrey has lost that record to one of my very good coaching friends. I won't call any name just now. I probably will say it after Tappa tell me how many teams he has coached. But Jeffrey, come on, R.I.P. Rest in peace, my man. So, people, again, what do you have to say? Until my very good friend is back. Okay. So, again, that's the Saudi question. Welcome for those who just joining. And remember, if this is the first time, please remember to subscribe and share with us in the chat, people, so we can continue. Top 10. Top 10, what's going on with you, bro? All right, so as I say, a whole lot of story this gentleman have, and I don't want to get into it tonight, especially as it relates to the senior national team. He has just mentioned a little, so we're gonna save that one for part 2. And I promise that part 2 will be next Monday. But for now, how much team do you think Tappa has coached? He has gone 4. So maybe he has a record for the most team coached by a single Jamaican coach. Let's hear some more from Tappa. All right, Tappa, you're back with us.
Kevin, guess what? Them set the phone around at some come in a room where you're not gonna see me come out back at the bulb just blow. It's an air conditioned room, so it will keep the phone. It will keep the phone on a level, but inside too dark, so never go run backstage.
Yeah, man. All right, you probably can just.
I say I can't stay right.
All right, so we only have a few minutes left for part 1, because remember, it's next Monday's part 2 in the
Okay.
And when you come next Monday, everything we are going, especially the senior thing,
Okay.
All right, but you mentioned 4 schoolboy teams that you coach. I said that Jeffrey Maxwell was one of the most move around coach, and Lee Young said no, it is Zuki, Donovan Zuki, and it's Donovan coaching almost every parish in the country for real.
Oh, that Zuki?
Yeah, Donovan Zuki.
Donovan Zuki. We school him coach. On him, no, Manchester, we saw school him coach.
He coach Manchester, he coach. He never coach. How we know him coach at the time?
Once coming in them coaching, no, about Manchester.
That's true.
Me not sure still, but at Manchester, me know him coach.
All right, but in terms of teams in general, you'd have coach. I think Duke has coached almost every Premier League team.
He was at Mount Pleasant. He was at coach a few. Coach. Admiral coach more team than him.
You think so?
Admiral never win. Every team that Admiral Bailey, you know that every team that Admiral Bailey coach, him win a cup for the team.
But I know. He coach what the team name run Waterhouse.
I think Ducky started in at a team named George's in Portland, I think.
Yes, that's where he started. That's where I think he got his prime from. But one of the things is, Ducky, I mean, maybe when he won that Division 1 with George, he has never won anything else.
I don't know. He actually took Mount Pleasant to the National League.
Yeah, but him still no win nothing.
No win.
Look it tough luck. But anyway, so you got 4 teams. So your coach, as me say, let me wrap up again. Let me talk again. Let me reflect. Meadowbrook, Edith Dalton, St. Mary's College, and Penwood. Those are the 4 schoolboy teams. Which
Yeah,
other
and
team?
Geisel
Geisel.
in the Costa Cup.
So you coach 3 Man Cup team and 1 Dakasta Cup team.
4 Man Cup. Member St. Mary's College, a Man Cup team already. It up here.
Yeah. It's true. 4 Man Cup. And you'd have been the assistant coach at Veer.
I wouldn't say that. I was a student, but the situation at the school.
Yes,
And Bob never want me to leave. It wasn't like I was even the assistant coach. I was always with the team, playing with the team. You understand me?
Oh,
For the season.
okay, nice.
So I wouldn't say assistant coach.
Oh yeah, Olympic Garden, I was talking in terms of Admiral. Travis said, look at what St. George's, Portmore, Waterhouse, MBU, Veer, Humble Lions, Sporting.
Enough team and coach, man.
So let me count them.
Sure, enough team and coach.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. Zuki has coached in Jamaica, Premier League, at the Premier League level. So you're not coach so much. So Zuki still have a record.
Yeah, but that's cool. My record, my coaching as school boy, you know, in coach, see, a coach Dwayne Parker seeing a team. Whom coach again? Dwayne Parker alone coach as a senior team. I won minor league with Dwayne Park. I don't remember coaching any more team. And a senior team.
Okay. So
I'm like a schoolboy coach.
Yes.
But I coached Dwayne Park 1 season.
Have you taken any of those schoolboy teams to the second round of their competition?
Never. Remember the school that I got, you know, it was like the school even couldn't look after a team financially either. Edith, I had to use my, because when I went to Edith, it was like 3 people coming train and them saying, coach, no bus, you have the bus. So my first year, I had to, after the season, I had to take back everybody's boots, get them to, in summer, to come on the school camp and get a chef. So when I take back the boat, I take it back because I want them to use it for training. So when them training that, now we get the new boat to give them that old one and keep back the new one for the next season. You know? So we don't have that problem with people saying them don't have anything to train now.
There was a forward guy from Seba back in your days. I can't remember his right name, but they call him Black.
Call him what?
Blacks.
Wadadah used to play again a Black Sata.
Jesus peace. It
was a Seba.
Blacks, man.
It was a Seba, Wadadah. Both of us playing Wadadah.
Oh, Gina Blacks, I'm like a party what
Yeah, man. He got called for Jamaica after me.
Yes, more so. Yeah, man, Gina Blacks, really. So, well, back to you now, and the coaching. What levels of coaching? What's the highest level of certification did you attain?
Okay. Presently now, I have an international level 1 and level 2 with 3 level Jamaica level 1 and a level 2.
So the international level 1 and level 2, you said?
Yeah. Paul Bant, I did that down in Mandeville.
Okay.
I did level 1 in Mandeville and did level 2 in Bad, somewhere in Bad, I don't remember. Somewhere Barbican shot, somewhere up there.
That is the Jamaica level 1 and 2. The JFF level 1 and 2. The international.
This is from Paul Banton from somewhere in America.
Okay. So that is in line with now what they are doing now. The license that they are doing now, A, B, and C. That level 2 would have been which level?
I don't know. It look like them don't even recognize it. Because big and for them one, but guess what? Here the problem is, I think the organization is money them, is really money them set up this thing. Okay, you know why I said that? If you're dealing with development, who is better than us, the former player who reached the heights, didn't get anything, and because we cannot pay the money for the level, we go by the wayside. That is stupidness.
But have you
If
ever
you're really
asked,
dealing with development,
have you ever asked to be in one of these
huh?
programs? Have you ever been asked? Have you ever asked anyone for you to get into one of these programs without pay?
Well, I went to Captain Boyle once, and the argument that I just told you, that was the same argument I brought in. And him look and the assistant and said, when Andrew Sinclair come for the net, let him do it.
And what happened?
I did it.
Okay. So all right. So now we have the level.
But I paid for the first one. The first one, I did pay my money for the first one.
Okay.
That was the level one.
So
I did
now
that car.
Or by cars?
Yeah, by cars.
That was 1997.
97? No.
99?
That was like, we can say about 97.
If it's not 97 or 99?
No. Remember I told you, it was when I was at St. Mary's College. That was like 98, 99, I think. I think I was at...
I did that one at UTEC.
No, it was later than that. I was at Meadowbrook 97. I left 2000.
Okay.
I left 2000, went to Edith, then I left Edith and got it. It was like 2004 or 5. Or maybe 2004, 2000, somewhere along that line. Cause when I left, I think when I left Edith, give up the coaching, I didn't like how they was dealing with it, so I stopped. I didn't even give my resignation, I just stopped. And like 2 years after, I think it was 98, I went to St. Mary's College.
Okay, because I did my
I
first
left
level.
98. It was like about 98, 99, they brought in the level, whatever you have to pay for. Because we used to do level 1 free,
99, man.
99, yeah, 99.
I did it at UTEC 99.
And then I do what? The level 1?
Yeah.
99? Yeah, man. No, I don't remember say you cannot coach a high school without a level 1. So I did that level, 4 level 1 I have enough.
What?
So I did those 4, I did that level 1 that you didn't have to pay any money. You just have to go to the class and just sit down as long as you're in the class and you attend, you get the certificate. No, this one now, you pay your money, and if you fail, you only get a certain participation where you can't course to school because you fail. Yeah, that was the case with this one.
Okay.
You know?
I hear you.
But the one before, you did it free. And you know, as long as you got 10, you get a certificate. I'm saying never have a good or nothing. As long as you have 10, you get a certificate.
That's true.
I told me Bingy Blair did my own.
We just have a few minutes to the show. But now I'm sure you're watching or you're following the JPL.
You know, to tell you the truth,
the JPL this year?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been to a lot of matches. I only been to mostly Mount Pleasant match, and the reason for that is that the goalkeeper is from Dwayne Park.
Oh.
You know? Shakwan is a little youth we grew up and him come up and, you know, me and mother like that. So sometimes she have a match, but there's a match there.
Okay, nice.
But I think the level of football, I think it dropped, you know, because we somehow will get the skill out of it. What you get, like the pass around and the instruction from coach and the direct, we got that. But what they did is was left out the skill part of our game, out of the mental. You should balance everything with the rest.
Okay.
You know? And that is a problem. Coaches taking over all of the game, they're not giving a player to bring out what they have in them. It's total instruction. Total instruction. And if you're not following the instruction, you might not have a game. Because when scored players in Jamaica, he might come out at a particular team, and even people or players might think the best player them can come for the best player, and the best player is must the best player. But scout don't actually come for best player. They come to see a player that play a certain style that suit their game. That means him the happy can shift or nothing. Maybe him can run fast and square the ball good. And that's it. They want that because that they want in a freedom style. You understand me?
Okay.
You understand what I mean, Kevin?
Yeah, man, fully understand.
Yes, scout look for. Yeah, man, that's how scout player now.
They want to suit
yes.
And that is important.
They may just want somebody who can square a ball good. You have a player, the only thing he can do is run long and square the ball well, but not next. And that is what that scout wants.
Which is
you understand me?
Yeah, man.
That's how football is now. Right. Yeah, that's how it is now.
Andrew, I want to end the show. And I want to end the show with what we're going to start with part 2. Right? And you hear me clearly, Andrew?
Yeah.
Seems like you're breaking, all right?
Repeat what you said.
Yeah, I'm saying we want to end the show. I want to end the show with the storyline that you will start the next show with. And that storyline,
okay,
I want you to give us a little synopsis without calling anybody name. What are the challenges you face at the senior level of Jamaica's football?
Okay.
And that's where we're going to pick up the part 2 from.
Okay. When I told her that I played for Jamaica the first time while I was playing.
Yes.
No. They didn't want to pick me on the team, right? Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't say alone.
Say actually, people have to go to them and say, no, you have to this man. Oh, you don't call this man. You know? So they actually, after that, them took me team. But then find some reasons to I didn't play the match at Mumbai, we lost that match 1-0. After we should have won the game, the goalkeeper gave me a simple goal. Paul Sterling, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, we lost 1-0. Then dropped me off a Cuba. But one bag of lie. Would I like Carl Brown come now, come clear up that? Because him know, if you ever hear the story, even though I can't, even an idiot them couldn't tell that and them believe. We don't know how people believe that. I swear.
Okay.
Yeah, out and tell the public why he dropped me off of the team. But me know how to feel and him, you know, him get pushed by you know, the technical director. And Albon, it was his first year, so he was trying to be careful.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Okay.
But Carl Brown, they got news. Carl Brown got news. You know? He got news.
So it was not on his own.
I'm not working program because first him don't want him play. Him don't want him showing me. So him doesn't work the program. But him know the truth. Him turn Christian now. Somebody that really like him come out, come talk the truth.
You know, we should have Carl Brown on the show already. You know, it never work out. So most definitely,
Yeah.
I'll try again.
Try and get him and tell him, say, Tappa Zuki said, he want him claim name, he want some closure and everything, because people been saying all these things. You know,
You think Carl Brown will go down the road? Eh? In Tappa? Tappa gone again. But anyway, people, big up yourself in a Sherman. Oh, yeah, so man, one alliance. Big up Mr. Lee, man, the alliance. Boss! Yeah, man, and Garvey Massey alliance, as we said. People, it's very interesting, this part 1 of 2. The Tappa Zuki. Now, come next week. Tappa Zuki, of course, will share his experiences, yes, in the national program. The experiences that he said could have left him out of the national program. Based on fights. That's how he sees it. And after so many years, he just want to clear the air. He just want his fans to know what really took place. And as I said, it's a big story, big storyline. So don't miss part 2 next Monday of Tappa Zuki and the Saudi Pressure. I want to pick up everybody in the chat tonight. Yes, so Travis, Sherman, RN, Lee Young, big up yourself, yeah, man. Everybody who chime in, top 10, Don Angelo, big up yourself. You keep the show going. And of course, every Devon Porter himself, man, out of Canada, the big man Devon, who has played a major role in JFF. Not on the books. And I want to big up Allen, who come in as doggy tonight. Right? So, blessings, everyone. I want to bless up Rajic, bless up Infomedia, who were here earlier, giving us some solid information on the JPL. Infomedia, I must say, big up to you, MG. Yes, I want big up Knockins, big up BAM Sport, big up everybody in the settings. Yes, if me left note, I know because I want to do that. It's a whole lot. You make the JPL live in the country and continue to do the good work because you're content creators who make things happen in football in Jamaica. So thank you very much for joining. And more so, remember Wednesday night, Top Education show will be on, people. All right? Best of yourself. And this is where we say goodbye until then.